So we've looked at understanding what competitive advantage we can build with our Pied Piper platform. And competitive advantage is crucial to being not just a sustainable leader in the ride-sharing and courier service platform business, but also to make sure that you incentivize your customers to maintain the network effect that is required by a business that operates at this volume. So we've tried to understand what the customer wants and why he thinks he should be onboarded into a platform like us and not a rival's platform. So to begin with, I think we could definitely leverage the network effort that our channel partners already have. So one of the channel partners that we intend to target is Fasten in Boston. Boston being a very crucial go-to-market for us as well. So since we are going to leverage that particular network that he has already created, our customers will find that there is a positive same side effect for them on a certain platform. They already have a whole package of consumers that have been loaded onto a certain side of the network, and they are just being onboarded on top of that, and there's going to be a positive same side effect. On top of it, by partnering with such cab sharing companies, it would help us accelerate our go-to-market timelines, which is going to reduce our capital expense. So to begin with, this is the competitive advantage we would be building. And then progressing on to factors such as switching cost. We believe that switching cost for our platform should be high because it would then disincentivize the customers moving on to a rival's platform. And the way we do it, we are confident of doing it is because since we will be the first movers, we will have that advantage and we would reach the economies of scale quicker than any future competition. This can be leveraged by matching our competitors' price point in the future and making the switching cost not only higher but also a low incentive for our already onboarded customers. The greater the switching cost, the higher the incentive for our customer base to continue with us. So that is going to be our switching cost idea for the future. And our competitive advantage also draws in from the fact that we have a product mix of a diverse portfolio that we offer through the Pied Piper network effort platform. Since it is a peer-to-peer ride-based service with which now has an added feature, I believe we can distinguish based on the size of the car. This will appear logical to the customer who knows that for a bigger package he has to order a larger car, which has a greater trunk space, and that's going to be our product mix, and that is how we can diversify our portfolio, and cater to different segments of our customer persona. And finally, the other competitive advantage that we have is derived from the fact that Pied Piper can give you a disintermediation of stages in a courier service. It can remove and eliminate the steps that are generally part of a courier service, like commuting to the courier office, the courier office then loading the parcels in a truck, and then the truck setting out to the destinations. And by reducing these three steps in this particular life cycle, we not just disintermediate time-consuming processes, but also provide a timely and dollar sufficient plan for our consumers, which will incentivize them to be attracted towards our competitive advantage.
We believe that the best way to deliver our service is by creating a new platform focusing only on this particular service, delivering packages door to door, and make this platform integratable with other sharing transportation platforms in the future like Uber, Fasten, and Lyft. That way, we think we're gonna grow specific network of customers aware of the service we provide, delivering packages. We think that this is going to be more efficient because Uber tried something similar like us. They launched Uber Rush, which is on-demand delivery for packages. They launched the platform in 2014, and After some research, we saw that they weren't able to leverage their existing network of customers on this platform, on the package delivery platform. They're present now only in San Francisco, Chicago, and New York, and they haven't seen growth even close enough to their original service. So we think that the actual competitive advantage will be to create a specific network of customers which will be aware of the service we provide, because as we can see, the customers of Uber are not aware of the package delivery system that Uber has launched in 2014. For acquiring new customers, we think the best way is to go with intensive advertising and direct marketing here in Boston, because we decided to start here. And since Boston has a lot of universities and a lot of students, we think that for our initial traction, students will be the best users, because they're early adopters and they move things a lot around the city. Since we're students ourselves and we know the need of delivering and sending packages. In regards to keeping existing customers on our platform, we think to tailor a few programs like extra mile program to give incentives for the existing customers to stay and use our platform. For example, as more you use the platform, you have more chance to earn free extra miles that you can use in the next delivery. In regards of recruiting new peers, I think that offering them alternative source of income is a sufficient incentive for them, especially as we plan to integrate our platform with the existing transportation services as Fast and Lyft. We think that for the new peers will be more useful to use our platform because it will be more convenient to get alternative source of income.
So here's what we did. In order to know what are the problems of our target market traditionally, we did a quick survey. The survey was aimed at finding out what are the current requirements of the target market of a particular market which we are providing service to, and what is the need which the customer of a particular courier service will be, so that the customer return to them again and again. These features has to be such so as to distinguish them from other courier facilities. The survey helped us in recognizing the issue of a traditional courier system. Upon survey, we found that there are many facilities which a public consumer might be looking for, but among them there were few which were very prominent. Like we found that cost, packaging and facilitated pickup was the service which people were longing for, and these are the highlighted ones. The demand for a facility was there, but at the same time the willingness to pay a high price for the same was not there. So now here was the problem. A disruption was needed which would not only provide a facility to the courier service from the courier service, but that also at a very low cost. So we came up with a solution. The solution, which you can see, is Pied Piper. It is a shared platform just like Uber. So we can say that it is almost different from the traditional things which we are providing, but again it is providing the things on a shared platform. So it is like using the network of the people, and there will be no special pickup or delivery boys, but our service will depend on general car drivers who will do a door-to-door pickup. Hence, we had a rough idea what are the problems which people are looking for, what are the features they are looking for, and we plan to provide the same features with the help of our shared platform. So again, in order to validate what the problems are, we went for another survey from the same set of people, and with the help of the poll, we validated about what whether the features which we are providing appeal to the people in the same way, or are we still stuck and we are again not providing features like the traditional models. So we went for the survey and we validated about the features that the Piper will be providing, namely low cost, packaging, and door-to-door pickup, and how comfortable the people are with these features on a sharing platform. Again, the results were very amazing, as the customer showed an affinity for amalgamation of these features in a single courier system, and that also on a click away with the help of a user-friendly app. So we did the poll not only to know the features which are required by the consumers, but also to know and also to validate the features which we are providing, and in the beginning before even providing, so that we can validate and we can know how much the appeal factor is for those features.
Good day. My name is Joshua Ono, and I'm here to bring you a value proposition. Our initial value proposition is to provide the best value for our patrons, while at the same time providing convenience while reducing, if not completely eliminating, time constraints in the process. The idea behind this is to enlist the services of existing ride-sharing companies and taking advantage of their platform of drivers to optimize the efficiency of deliveries. Our initial customer base will be students and working professionals within the age of 18 to 55, as our surveys have shown that this age range is what consists of users that are going to use this service on a regular basis. Students trying to get items to peers, or working professionals who do not have the time or means to transport their parcels to destinations. We're hoping to strike deals with academic institutions in the future to enable us spread word of mouth, as we also hope to strike deals with other companies, just regular companies doing in other industries that might need assistance in transporting goods from one place to the other. We also hope to take advantage of the school systems in getting further market research in the future, so as to tailor our services to better suit the needs of the customer. We also plan on taking advantage of our customer service base and making it of premium standard as compared to other courier services. Thank you very much.
And today I'm going to go over Piper's financials. So I'm going to start off with a snapshot of what the company is going to be like in the next 5 years. This is a composite of its growth for the next 5 years. And what does composite mean? It just means it consists of 4 different metrics, which is the number of peers who are the delivery guys, number of active patrons who are also the same, the patrons are the same as the customers, the number of transactions on the platform, the projected revenue for each year for the next 5 years. We estimate that for the first year we're going to grow by 14%, second year we're going to grow by 28%, third year we're going to grow by 21%, fourth year we're going to grow by 10%, and fifth year we're going to grow by 7%. How we're going to make money? we have, from our business model, you probably would have seen that we have two customer segments: the patrons, who are the customers, and then the peers, who are the delivery guys. What we're doing is we're coordinating service offering by the delivery guys, providing the services to the patrons. For this coordination, we're going to keep 50% of the money that they make, the peers make, and the peers are going to keep the 85% of the money, which is similar to a lot of other companies within the sharing economy. This is how do we forecast our revenue. We were able, from projected growth rate, which we were able to, those numbers were gotten based on companies currently in the sharing economy and based on companies that are doing what we're trying to do, or companies that have done what we're trying to do. As a result of the growth, we were able to estimate the number of peers we're going to have. We were also able to estimate the number of active patrons. Well, these are also things we calculated as well. We made several assumptions, which were calculated assumptions. One of the assumptions is that a transaction is going to take at least 30 minutes. Most transactions, on average, will take 30 minutes. And in Boston, which is the city we're going to start, and which is a city we plan on being for the next 5 years, it takes 30 minutes to cover 12 miles. So that, and we understand that about 80% of our customers, which is the insights we got from the product validation or problem validation, we found out that 80% of our customers don't really care about the time it takes to deliver the service. As a result, we assume that 80% of the patrons will use the standard rate, while the remaining 20% would use the express option. As a result, we created the weighted average rate based on the 80% of patrons who are going to use the express rate, the standard rate, and the 20% of users who are going to use the express rate for 12-mile errand, which takes about 30 minutes. The last assumption we made was that we assumed that each new user will perform a transaction on the platform at least once during that year that they join the platform. So what do I mean? Let's come back here. So we can see in the first year we're going to have 6,000 users, right? Who are going to join the platform. As a result of that, each of them is going to use the platform at least once when they join the platform. In the second year, we're going to have 1,200 users. So that means we're going to have about 114,000 more users. So that means each of the new users will use the platform at least once. Same in the third year, to about 1,080,000 new users. These new users can use the platform at least once. So that's the assumption we made, and which we believe was very conservative. And from there, we're able to know from the number of transactions we estimated for each year, and the amount or the weighted average rate, we're able to know how much we most likely will make for that year. Lastly, the budgeting and financing and fundraising. It's very important for us to know how much we're going to make and how much we're going to spend to be able to achieve our business goals. In the first year, from the previous table, you saw that we're going to make just $19,000, but we're going to spend about $8,000 to build a platform, development costs, marketing, administrative, legal fees. So we're going to spend quite a lot, and we're going to run at a loss of about $60,000. The second year, we're also going to run at a loss, but the good thing is that we're not going to run out of cash. Why? Because during the second year, we're also going to be able to raise $200,000, and at the end of the day, we're going to have a balance of $158,000, which we can take into the third year, and we use it for the marketing expenses and to cover some of the costs in the third year. And once we do that, we'll be able to break even, which is from our calculation, which we calculated that we're going to be able to break even in the third year. In the third year, around the third to fourth quarter, we plan on breaking even, and I think that covers. And afterwards, we'll just in the fourth year, we also want to raise about $8 million. By then, we'll be making about $7 million in revenue every year. So we need to expand to scale up. And if we can raise about $8 million, the next year we're going to make over 2 times the amount we're making in the fourth year, which is about $15 million.